the last week of the first quarter of the school year. So this week we have a writing journal. It's going to be a little different since there's only 3 days. This writing journal is actually going to be one that we want you to work on for 3 days because we want you to really put some thought and effort into this one. It says, this week, write about how you have done this first quarter at school. What has gone well? What do you still need to work on? Write 3 goals for the second quarter. These should be complete sentences. We should be able to see that you put thought into it. It shouldn't just be 2 words and then like 3-word goals. These should be things that you really think about.
And this is our weekly agenda. Again, we only have 3 days of school this week. Yes. Monday is going to be our kind of a review day. So we have completing the question of the day, watching this teacher video. You're going to start writing your journal entry. And remember, you're going to work on it every day this week. We're going to do something different today, a Reading Plus screener. And we're going to talk about that a little more here in a minute. We are going to look at another Action Magazine article and quiz. And then we are going to start checking our grades in Skyward and really looking for those things we need to make sure that we need to take care of before the end of the 9 weeks. And we're going to read a lot, okay? And so Tuesday and Wednesday are a little bit different. We're going to have testing. Yep. And so this is an end of the 9 weeks test. We'll start it on Tuesday. If you don't finish, you have Wednesday to work on it. But since you guys are virtual, most of you should finish it on Tuesday.
Yeah, very important that you do this test.
Very important that you do this, you take your time, and all of those good things. And then Wednesday, just make sure you go down those lists and check off all those weekly agenda items, okay?
So our weekly objectives this week, there are 2. Number 1, we're going to reflect and create goals. And number 2, we're going to recognize and analyze genre-specific characteristics, structures, and purpose within diverse text. That basically means we're going to take a test that is over some different genres. So we'll be looking at that.
And our essential question that we are still working on is, what can you learn by seeing the world through an animal's eyes?
And so we are going to infer again, and I know that I've really enjoyed these like the last few days. They've been really fun.
I've enjoyed them too.
So we're going to answer this question, and we've got our picture there. What is one inference that you can make about this person in the photograph? And we've got our format, which is I infer this about this person because of what you note in the picture. So, I can infer that this little girl is on vacation, but she's not getting to do what she wants to do because she looks kind of frustrated. Her face looks frustrated to me. Miss Cook, what do you think?
I infer that this little girl is sad about not being able to go to the beach because she's not wearing beach clothes, she's near the beach, and she has a frown on her face.
Oh, that's
a good one. What about you, Miss Shuttlesworth?
I infer that this little girl is hiding from her family because her family was ready to leave and she wasn't. And let me try that again. I infer that this little girl is hiding from her family because the look on her face kind of looks like she's, got that, I don't know, kind of that sneaky look maybe. And she's around the tree, and I think she doesn't want to leave the beach.
Awesome. And so just practice those inferencing on your own, and maybe you could leave us a comment underneath something that tells us what you infer, and just follow that format there. That'd be really cool.
All right, so today you will be completing your Reading Plus screener. There's a link there, and there will be a link in the assignment, and we'll actually leave what your username and password will be in the assignment, so you know to be looking for that. This is a really important way for us to get an idea of where you're at with reading. I know you did your STAR reading assessment earlier in the year. Now that we've had some practice, we want to know kind of how you're doing. What are you doing well? what do we still need to work on. So take your time, take this seriously, work hard on this, and when you're finished, you'll be done with that. You also have a Scholastic article and quiz to complete today. So 2 things, super simple, and then you'll be good to go.
Complete Tuesday, we're going to have a summative assessment. That's the big test that Ms. Norma was talking about. We want you to take your time. It is a check to see what you've been working on, kind of what we've been working on this quarter, what we've been learning and reading. It's very important, really important, that you take this seriously, that you do it by yourself in a quiet place and give us your best. It's a big grade, you need to do it. It's very important.
And there are 2 pieces to this summative assessment. One is a Google document that has the passages, and one is a Google form that has the questions. So you'll need both of those pulled up. Don't try to answer the questions without using the passages. You need to go through there and read just like we've taught you to do in class. And also remember, if you leave the Google form without submitting your answers, those answers will not be saved. The best thing you can do, if you get to a place where you have to stop, go ahead and go through and submit it so that we can, and let us know, hey, I didn't finish this, I need to finish it. We can reopen it for you, but if you just leave, we will not be able to get those answers back. You'll have to start over. So just to know that before you start, make sure that you have time to finish it when you sit down to work on that.
And then Wednesday, like Ms. Cook said, if you don't get to finish it on Tuesday, something happens and maybe your internet goes down, or maybe you started it and you realize that you have to leave and go somewhere, then make sure that we know that you still have to complete that assignment, and that way we can reopen it to you so that you can finish it on Wednesday, because this is kind of like your last grade of the 9 weeks, and it's a really big deal. So make sure that if you don't finish it on Tuesday, you definitely finish it on Wednesday, because that's going to be the last day you get to do it.
It needs to be finished at a certain time by Wednesday.
Yes.
We have to have it finished by 3:00 p.m. and it'll be due at that time because we have to enter grades at that time. And so that's the cutoff. It needs to be done by 3 p.m.
Yes, so 3 p.m. on Wednesday. Otherwise, we're just going to take what
It'll
you
have to be
already have.
or it'll be a 0 if you don't do it.
And that's also the deadline for any missing work and corrections. So 3 p.m. Wednesday is the last day.
That's our cutoff. Okay?
And if you need to correct your summative assessment, we'll let you know that so that you have the opportunity to correct it as well.
Okay.
Once you finish that, you're done. Make sure that you've checked your grades on Skyward. Make sure that you're reading, and we will see you next quarter. Enjoy your long weekend break, and we'll talk to you later.
Bye.
Bye.